Good morning, Kilbourne. This is your WKHS News for Friday, May 1st, 2015. I'm Zach Walton.
And I'm Riley Norman.
Many people are curious as to what has been happening in Baltimore the past few days concerning the protests and riots. It all started with the case of Freddie Gray, a young African-American who suffered a spinal cord injury while in police custody and then passed away on April 19th. This led to concerns of police brutality, and those concerns turned into protests, which then turned into purge-like riots. As of Wednesday, according to CNN, there were about 245 arrests, 34 of which were minors, and about 159 fires. The city has gone into a basic shutdown mode, creating a 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew, as well as canceling school and other public events. The Orioles game on Wednesday was even closed to the fans, so there was no live audience. The Baltimore government is doing what they can to calm down the young citizens who are involved and to get the problem solved. Freddie's family has made it known that they do not approve of the actions taking place and that all they want is peace and justice to come to the city. We've all heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You should eat it every day.
Yeah, but you know what? Breakfast really is important. Kahari Lindsay tells us why you should have breakfast every morning.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It provides the benefits to our health and well-being. It also provides the body and brain with fuel after overnight fast.
It's breakfast time and I need my Apple Jacks and I need my fresh grape syrup and breakfast, stacking dough, breakfast.
In a survey we conducted of 107 people, 69 said that they eat breakfast every day and 38 people said they do not eat breakfast every day. Ms. Warner, the school's cafeteria manager, tells us why eating breakfast every day is crucial to your well-being. What is the importance of eating breakfast every day?
Nutritionists say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. One of the biggest things is that it jumpstarts your metabolism in the morning so that you can get your body started. And the second biggest thing that it does is it will help you get all your nutrients, your fruits and vegetables and proteins in for the day. There are some studies that have said that students who ate breakfast in the morning score 17.5% higher on their tests.
So if you haven't had breakfast, go in the cafeteria in the morning and get your healthy nutrients. Kahari Lindsay and Harvey Riffle, WKHS News.
Last Friday, over 200 professionals came to Kilbourne for the biannual career fair. Abby Johnson and Hannah Byer show us what happened on that morning.
Last Friday, over 200 professionals took time out of their day to come to our school and help our students decide what they want to do in future years.
My favorite part this year was I actually got something out of it. I usually don't, but I found a forensic technician, which is what I want to do.
How did you get into the career fair?
I heard that you guys were having a few people out and we wanted to come out and talk about dentistry.
What event led you to your career?
To my career? Okay, what event led me to my career? I was unable to play sports professionally myself, and so I just wanted to stay around sports and represent athletes. So I represent NFL players, baseball players, and golfers.
What advice would you give students trying to pick a career right now?
I think the best thing that you can do is to actually follow somebody in that career. So if you're thinking of becoming a doctor, go to a doctor's office, see if you can follow them around and see what they do during their day. If you wanted to become an attorney, I would suggest the same thing. I did that in my first career as an accountant. I actually went to accounting offices and followed them around and saw what they did. That's the best advice I can give you, because that way you can see on a day-to-day basis what these people actually do.
Hope everyone learned something from the professionals that came in. Abby Johnson, Hannah Byer, WKHS News.
The Supreme Court met on Tuesday to discuss same-sex marriage. With the decision still up in the air, Cassidy Watson tells us what to expect.
The Supreme Court met on Tuesday to hear arguments pertaining to same-sex marriage, with two questions being considered. 1, does the 14th Amendment require states to license same-sex marriages? And 2, does it require them to recognize these marriages performed in other states? Even though the final verdict probably won't be made until early June, people are predicting the results. As of now, it looks like a 4-4 tie, with Kennedy serving as a tiebreaker. Kennedy's decision will determine whether it is up to the states or a national law. Stay tuned to see what happens. Cassidy Watson, WKHS News.
On April 15, 2013, Dzhokhar Sarnav and his brother Tamerlan attacked runners and bystanders of the Boston Marathon. Later that day, the FBI released photos of them as potential suspects for the crime. The brothers fled, hijacked an SUV, and killed a policeman in the process. After exchanging gunfire, police shot and killed Tamerlan while his brother fled the scene. Days later, Zocar was found hiding in a boat in nearby Watertown. Now, 2 years later, the jury is deciding his punishment for killing and injuring over 250 people. According to CNN, Tsarnaev could possibly be facing the death penalty, which has sparked a lot of debate. Some argue that killing Tsarnaev could be a catalyst for other terrorist attacks if he is martyred. Some survivors say they would like Tsarnaev to be killed to show other terrorists what happens when you attack the U.S., and others want justice for their loved ones and themselves. Life imprisonment without parole is, of course, the other option.
The guys' volleyball team is under the direction of a new coach and is in the midst of a rebuilding year. Audrey Wachtel and Kayla Beals give us the details on the season.
The boys' volleyball team is in the middle of a rebuilding year, but have greatly improved since the first game. Senior captain Alex Travick tells us about how the season is going. Can you tell us how the season's going?
It's good. We're starting to get some wins under our belt. We have a few ups and downs, but we're really starting to work together and teamwork.
What have been some of your successes?
We're on a 4-game win streak right now. We just recently beat Jerome, and they're pretty good. So, we're just rolling along.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Senior night is coming up Tuesday, May 5th against Westerville South. We'd like everyone to come out and support. It's going to be our last game, so we'd hope to see a lot of people there.
The team hopes to see you at 7 p.m. on May 5th for senior night. Audrey Wachtel, WKHS News.
The girls lacrosse team has had another winning season this year. Harvey Riffle and Alex Posniak give us an overview.
It was a spectacular game on April 17th when the WKHS girls lacrosse team crushed the competition playing against Marysville. It was a blowout. The Wolves beat them 21-2. The Wolves' offense was unstoppable, and Marysville just could not compete against the Wolves' superior defense. The girls' lacrosse team just keeps winning. Their record is 12 wins and 2 losses. The girls' lacrosse team has been dominating the competition. Nobody can compete against the Wolves. Harvey Riffle, WKHS News.
This has been your WKHS News. Don't forget that prom is tomorrow at the Franklin Park Conservatory.
The dance will be held from 8 to 11, and after prom will be from 11:30 to 2 a.m. at the Worthington Rec Center.
Thanks for watching, and have a fun and safe prom weekend.